Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard. So we do wait for another 2 to 3 minutes for everybody to join. In the meanwhile, people who have joined, they can use the chat box to put in a quick hi, the country they are from, and the industry they belong to. Hi, Ben. Hi, Fanny. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Karan. Please use the chat box. Great. You can also mention the industry you're from. Hi, Fanny. Great to have you here. Hello, Karan. Hi, Ben. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Bo. Hi, G. All right. So, welcome everybody to the pre-information webinar on the Chief Strategy Officer program from NUS Business School. So, the webinar's agenda today would be program details. Who is this program designed for? The speaker for this program? What is the advantage of doing this program from NUS Business School? How detailed the curriculum is, what you would be learning, a Q&A with the faculty, the program highlights that would be there, including the duration, the time commitment, and the fees. Also, who would be the success coach for this particular program? What kind of certification one would be getting after completing the program? A bit about Emeritus. Also, I would request all the participants to stay tuned since we have some exclusive benefits for people who have joined this webinar today, okay, followed by a Q&A. So let's move on to the next slide. So the Chief Strategy Officer program will equip senior executives with the theoretical and practical aspects of strategic leadership across multiple domains, redefine their strategy playbook by navigating through an increasing complex business environment, and position their business for transformational growth. So the program commences on 28th of June, 2024. The duration would be 9 to 10 months. It's an online program. The time commitment required in a week would be 3 to 5 hours per week, which is completely flexible, with 2 live sessions with the faculty and weekly live session with the success coach. The program fees is 13,500 US dollars. The eligibility criteria for this program is minimum 10 years of work experience with 5 or more years of management experience. However, the average experience of the batch would be somewhere around 15 to 20 years. Who is this program designed for? So every organization looking for business success requires strategic leadership. So whether you are responsible for developing an organization strategy to improve technology or identifying and implementing new technologies, you can benefit from this comprehensive program. CSOs, future CSOs, senior management, corporate VPs, or consultants responsible for strategy formulation and execution will also benefit from this informative learning experience. Leadership level who works on strategic planning, managing alliances, and corporate development, focused on executing growth initiatives, introducing innovations in different market, and leading business functions and business development in a region. Our speaker for today is Dr. Andrew Delios. He's professor and vice dean, a master's program at NUS Business School. He has been a professor in the Department of Strategy and Policy at the NUS Business School for 8 years. His research looks at strategy, governance, and global competition in emerging economies, with a particular focus on international business issues for companies operating in East and Southeast Asia. Over to you, Professor.
Okay, thank you very much, Vikram. I appreciate the the overview of the program and the introduction. Just a couple of clarifications around the introduction. I've been living and working in Singapore at NUS for 23 years, so a little bit more than the 8 years, and indeed living in Asia for close to 30 years, which has been my professional residence, I should say. In Singapore, I've been at NUS for 23, with NUS for the full 23 years I've been in Singapore. And when I arrived at NUS Business School, it was not first in Asia in any of these rankings, although some of these rankings did not exist at that time. It was an up-and-coming institution. And it was interesting to see the progress of the institution as it grew, not only in size, but also in reputation, and in fact, in terms of our ability to do the various things we need to do well, which is research and delivery of education, special education opportunities like this one. Any case, I was part of that transformation process, and it's really instructive at a very personal level to see how an organization can progress through change, and also how strategy can enable that change. In particular, in NUS Business School, we've altered our strategy considerably, but many of the principles that we followed in altering our strategy to deliver success mimic, mirror, or are consistent with what you'll see within this program. In any case, NUS has done really well. Now the question is how to get up to the next level, as always. Next slide, please. Within our program, this CSO program, we pack a lot of material. Over that 9 to 10 months, it will be a busy 9 to 10 months. But I believe that having a busy 9 to 10 months is better than having a moderately or slow-paced journey that lasts much longer, say, for example, 18 months. The 9 to 10 months is focused on these 3 parts of the program, or what we could call pillars, plus the electives. And you will have sufficient variety across the 9 to 10 months that you won't feel redundancies or duplication. In other words, we'll be working through the materials consistently. The modes of delivery is largely asynchronous. In other words, we curated a careful set of videos for your consumption across these 3 parts, the 3 pillars, each of which has 6 modules in that pillar for a total of 18 modules. We've carefully created these materials, and it's through this asymmetric interaction of those materials that you begin to build your knowledge base. Then you also have a playbook where you can apply the ideas to your own business context. And then we have our success coach as well, who you'll work with very closely to facilitate you in that process. And then finally, you'll have your network of individuals, of friends, colleagues that you'll meet through this program. And as Vikram was very careful to detail, there is a very specific set of selection criteria to make sure you're intersecting with people that you would like to intersect with and network with at this stage in your career. Okay, the 3 parts: global strategy, growth strategies, executing strategies, and global leadership. Essentially, we can think of this as strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and then leadership for strategy. So each pillar has a logic in and of itself. I deliver modules 1, 2, and 3 in pillar 1 or part 1, and modules 7, 8, and 9 in pillar 2. We have a different person, namely Nitin Pangarkar, another professor at NUS, do the 4 modules on the on the extension of the strategy concepts to competing internationally and globally. So those are models 4, 5, and 6. Then we have Professor Lawrence Lowe talking about governance, sustainability, and risk management as part of the implementation. And that follows the different modules that I have for the implementation. Within global leadership, we have 2 people delivering that module as well, that pillar as well, each of whom does 3 modules. That's USA and UNK. So you have a total of 5 faculty going through these modules. In addition to these parts 1 and 2 and 3, or the core elements of the strategy program, you will also have opportunities to choose from 2 or 3 possible electives. Next slide, please. These are the elective courses. There's digital marketing strategies, transforming customer experience, and business analytics. So you'll have the opportunity to supplement the core strategy issues that we walk you through from formulation, implementation, and leadership. And as I said, you complement these with very specific skill sets. And then finally, what we offer is a 1-day campus experience and networking event. It's optional, but most of our participants through the first few cohorts have come to this optional, but de facto very real part of the program. It's a one-day campus event, on-campus event, and also elsewhere if in Singapore. We'll connect you with a couple of guest speakers, one from the practice side, one from the faculty side. We will have a tour around NUS campus, likely have a company visit, and then of course you'll have various times to network with your colleagues on a face-to-face basis through dinner, lunch, and other kinds of small activities like that during that program. Overall, we think it's a really valuable opportunity to meet each other, to meet myself, to meet Charles, and any other faculty who are on campus at that particular time. Next slide, please. All right, let's go to any Q&A that you might have.
Participants, you can use the Q&A box. If any questions related to the content that you have, you can please put it in the Q&A box. Any sort of questions, if someone has, yes.
Yes, it's 2 live sections for the whole course. 2 live sections per week would be a little bit too demanding. It is as Vikram mentioned, it is about 5 to 6 hours per week. So we'll just have a couple of live sections throughout the whole course. Yes, roughly about 1 week in duration, Ben, although the program team can answer that. What has been the success rate of acceptance of this course from various industries? I'll allow Vikram to answer that question as well. Are the electives heavy in contents, able to choose all 3 if they're not so heavy? That one I can't really say. I think they're fairly demanding even of itself. I think it's more kind of a talking to the again to the Emeritus team to see whether they would permit such a thing to happen. What's the usual background of previous students? Do you have any systems transitions to become CSOs? Indeed, some did, or some were. I don't know, again, how much we followed, how many have come through the, what has been the post program outcomes. We just had the 3rd cohort come through. That was a few weeks ago. We had the on-campus event. So we've only had about 50 people who have been out of the program for any duration at this point in time. Timetable available? I'm sure it is. Again, the program team can provide that one. Please help share the workload on the assignment and assessment. Again, it's about 4 to 5 hours per week. So within a module, I guess the answer is by subtraction, Laurent. The videos around the modules tend to have a duration of 1 hour in total. So within a module, you'll see anywhere from 4 to 8 videos, and they'll be of durations. Each individual video will be of durations from about 5 to 15 minutes, usually between 5 and 10. We don't want to have them too long, but sometimes content needs to go a bit longer. So if we said, 3 to 4 hours per week, 3 to 5 hours per week, then the assignment and other assessments would be the remaining 2 to 3 hours per week. So about 1 hour, the viewing of the materials, and about 2 to 3 on work. How will I be assessed? Are there any exams or assignment? Harvinder, I think, again, the team will answer that question. Does this course ground alumni status? It's not the same alumni status as you would receive if you were a degree program, but you would be considered alumni of the NUS executive program. So these are for certificate holders. It can be, yes. If you wanted such a thing for the live session to be recorded, I would just make sure I inquire with the Emeritus team before we run that session to make sure it's done. The entire duration of 9 to 10 months will be self-led learning. where modules are accessed via link provided by NUS. I think Emeritus provides the connection to most of the materials. But yes, something along those lines. You'd have your success coach, so it wouldn't be totally self-led. You would have some interactions with them as well. But there is a common portal for all materials that's on Canvas.
Yes, Jonah, you would be logged into a learning platform where you'll have access to all the learning materials.
Yeah.
So you can access the live session videos also in case someone happens to miss out on the live session, you have the recording available.
Yeah. The success coach is CR. You're going to see him. His name is Charles. You'll see him later in this presentation today. He's been our success coach for almost all the cohorts. He's a great guy. He really brings a sense of camaraderie and collective to the group. Okay, Vikram, I think we went through the questions. Once we created that spark, the fire grew and now it's blown out. So on to the next set of kindling. Thank you, everybody. I'm taking my leave now. I hope you guys are able to make a good and reasoned decision based on whether to take this program. I do believe it is a great experience, provided it is for you. And I think that's the assessment to be making right now, whether or not it's a fit with what you need at this particular time. But the quality and the service of the program once in are all, I think, unquestionably good. It's a matter of fit, I think, that you need to determine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor, for your time. So we do have a poll here. You can just click on it in case if you are interested for a callback after this webinar. The dedicated advisory team will get in touch with you, explain the program in detail again. And if you want to refer someone, maybe your family members, your friends, your colleagues who would be the right candidate fit for this particular program, you can put in as a yes, and our team will get in touch with you and you can share the details. I guess there are no more questions. Let us move on the next slide now. So this is the program highlights. Somewhat has already been covered. So it's a comprehensive program designed with 18 modules. That's the core modules that you would be learning through. Okay, that would be roughly 4.5 months that you would be spending your time for the core modules. It's pre-recorded video lectures that are there from the faculty of NUS for self-paced learning. Okay, plus there would be live lectures from the NUS faculty and industry practitioners. So there are 2 live sessions with the faculty of NUS. Plus, every Saturday, you'll have a live session with the success coach. Okay, it would be a 1 hour long session. Okay, and also all the live sessions would be recorded. You also have the access to the success coach to drive engagement and clarity. A certificate of completion would be provided from the NUS Business School. As the professor mentioned, there would be a 1 day of optional campus experience and networking opportunity at the NUS campus. So you get to meet your peers, your faculty members, director, right? And you get to network with them. Also, to get hands-on experience in this particular program, CSO playbooks are already there. It's to introspect on their role with a strategy domain. Okay, there are 3 electives out of which you have to choose 2. Once you complete the core course content, that's when you move on to the electives and the post-program benefits that you have in this program. Moving on to the next slide. I think we have a question here. Hi, Vijendra, the program support team is catering that. Thank you. So you have Charles. He's the adjunct faculty for Trisector Research, Strategy, Innovation, Entrepreneurship for National University of Singapore, Nanyang Technology University, Singapore Management University, Singapore University of Social Science, University of St. Gallen, Switzerland. The key awards: he's the first Singaporean recipient of Goldman Sachs Global Leader Award, HSBC Youth Excellence Awardee, World Economic Forum Global Shaper, professional qualifications, Harvard BS, Harvard KS, INSEAD, London Business School, Oxford, Ph.D. in public policy from NUS LKY. That's the profile of the success coach. So the weekly live sessions would be with the success coach, as I earlier mentioned. This is the sample of the certificate that one would be getting once you complete the program. Also, the alumni status includes you will be added to a LinkedIn group wherein you get to network with people who have completed this program in the past and the current batch. Plus, you will be added to the NUS Executive Education LinkedIn group, wherein people who have completed master's program and other degree programs from NUS Business School. So there are two groups that a participant would be added to. So there you get to network with a wide set of audience. And this is how the sample certificate looks like. So about Emeritus, we partner with the best universities in the world to create online courses. And NUS Business School has collaborated with Emeritus to create online courses. We have served over 250,000 students across the world. This is the bifurcation on the right-hand side. So to know the next step, you can schedule a call with the program advisory team, or you can drop us an email. These are our timings and the email ID. We have the application link also sent in the chat box. You can check the chat box. We have the application link as well. So now coming to the exclusive benefit. So people who are a part of this webinar, we are excited to offer an exclusive 10% fee waiver on the program fees. So this is available for only for the attendees for this pre-information webinar. So to seize this unique opportunity to advance your career with the prestigious qualification, if you apply within the next 24 to 48 hours, you can avail this benefit. You can connect with the program advisor for more information. However, the application deadline is 13th of June. But right now, we are offering you more than the standard benefit for the people who have attended this particular webinar. So any questions? The program support team is taking care of it, Pocholo. Let's wait for a few more questions. In case someone has any question, you can put it in the Q&A box. Hi, David. Thank you so much for enrolling with us. The program, once you're close to the program start date, you will receive access. I believe you might have received an access to the learning platform, but as and when the program starts, you get all the details uploaded on the LMS, so you can keep an eye on the learning management system and you're good to go. Feni, hi, you can move on to the next module once the week is completed. But if something is incomplete, you need to make sure you complete that. So in case if you're planning to do it in the next week, you need to make sure that you put in double your efforts. You need to complete the current week's learning and the previous week's learning. But you have that kind of flexibility. Hi, Ben, we will be sharing the application link with you. So you can just click on the application. It would just take like 5 to 10 minutes for you to submit it. You need to upload your resume and your identification proof. Then you can also check the chat box in the chat icon. The application link is already there. Any more questions? If someone has it, you can put it in the Q&A. Hi, Chuangong. You have an option to get into one-on-one coaching or one-on-one mentorship as well. Okay, but the live sessions would be with the group. Thank you, Lauren. All right, then I think no more questions now. I feel all the questions have been answered. So thank you everybody for being a part of today's webinar. You can always reach out to your program advisory team, drop an email, and you can use the application link to start your application and avail the benefit of the 10% waiver. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.